Super Mario RPG! Man, that remix song is awesome. Oh heck yeah, Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo. Truly one of the best games I've played on this system for sure. Man, this game is so amazing! I like this game so much, it's awesome! Yeah! Oh, hey guys, what's up? Hey guys, what's up? This is RedThunderGaming here. Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo. A game that was developed by both Nintendo and Square Enix. Anyhow, what are my thoughts about Super Mario RPG? Does Super Mario RPG do a good job of being a great Super Nintendo game? And does it do a great job of being a great role-playing game as well? And how does it fare to other RPGs like Secret of Mana and Final Fantasy? Anyhow, find out in this next edition of Red Thunder Gaming's Reviews. Let's get this review started, shall we? Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo. This game is very enjoyable. This game paved the way for Mario role-playing games, and even though that Square went to develop games for the Sony PlayStation, shortly after this game's release, this started the Mario RPG trend that we have seen over the years, and gave Nintendo such great ideas for future Mario role-playing games after this game came out. Now, I am going to explain the development behind Super Mario RPG. Super Mario RPG was developed by Square Enix, and it was also published by Nintendo. It was released in Japan on March 9th, 1996, and then later on in North America on May 13th, 1996. After the game came out, the game was received very well, some people even considering it one of the best games of all time. Super Mario RPG was such a fantastic game, and even to this day, the game has aged pretty well. This was also one of the last games that Square Enix worked on with Nintendo, and decided to develop games for the Sony PlayStation shortly after. You know what? I'm pretty sure the game is good, but does it even have that many secrets? I mean, holy shit, it's Culex from the Final Fantasy series! What the heck, he's in this game? Wow. There are more secrets about this game than I even realized. Okay, next I am going to explain the story of Super Mario RPG. So Bowser one day kidnaps Princess Peach. Mario fights Bowser, and he successfully saves Princess Peach. Out of nowhere, this huge sword falls into the middle of the castle, and Mario, Peach, and Bowser fly in different directions. Mario returns to the castle, but then the bridge is completely destroyed off, so Mario can't enter. Along his journey, he meets Geno and Mallow, and eventually meets up with Peach and Bowser. Mario must collect the 7 stars to repair the Star Road and stop the evil villain Smithy once and for all. Next, what I'm going to talk about is the core gameplay of Super Mario RPG. The core gameplay of Super Mario RPG is interesting. Now you can play as 5 different characters: Mario, Bowser, Geno, Mallow, and Peach. Of course, you can't play as all of them right away, you start off as Mario. Each character has special attacks, regular attacks that they can learn. You learn attacks upon leveling up, and yes, this game is a traditional RPG. After every fight, you will earn experience. Now, how to successfully win each fight is utilizing your attacks and special attacks to the best of your ability. Also, in this game, there are timed hits. If you time your attack correctly by pressing the A button, you will do more damage. Every town you visit, you can get new items and get weapons and armor to make your character's stats better, to be able to handle the upcoming challenges ahead. I don't feel Super Mario RPG is an incredibly easy game, but I don't feel it is incredibly difficult either. I think the spike in difficulty is pretty decent. Although I will admit I have lost a few battles in this game. Of course, you have so many different ways to customize your characters, and on top of that, knowing what weapons to use and what special attacks to use, this game can be fun at times, which I think is awesome. To be honest, I really enjoyed the areas that you visited in Super Mario RPG. There were so many fun and enjoyable areas to explore in Super Mario RPG. One of my favorite areas is the forest maze. This area was very enjoyable and had some interesting enemies to fight. Another one of my favorite areas is Star Hill. I really enjoyed the design of this level. This is one of my favorite design levels in the entire game. Another one of my favorite areas is Booster Tower. I like climbing the tower and the challenges that came with it. Also, I like the sunken ship level, even though it had so many frustrating puzzles. I mean, for freak's sake, this one puzzle took me so long to figure out! It was so frustrating. It was a fun level nonetheless, in my opinion. Most of the areas in Super Mario RPG were pretty enjoyable. There is one thing that I really noticed about Super Mario RPG. It seems that most of the characters have more personalities, which I really enjoy. What I really like about Super Mario RPG is it seems that both Square and Nintendo took the time to give these Mario characters more personality. Bowser, for example, acts like a tough guy, but at times he can have his times where he can be sensitive, which I find funny. Even though Peach is the damsel in distress, she can have bold moments at times, which I think is funny. And do I even have to say anything about Mario? The game literally teases him by making his moves do all the talking instead of his dialogue. I feel this was one of the first Mario games to actually exploit these characters' personality traits. I honestly both commend Square and Nintendo for a job well done. Super Mario RPG actually had some interesting boss battles. Let's talk about them. There were some really enjoyable boss battles in Super Mario RPG. One of my favorite battles is against Boyer. What's interesting about this fight is that he disables certain attacks you can do, so you truly have to be strategic when fighting him. I also like the fight with the Axum Rangers. I found them to be really interesting enemies, and it's cool that you get to fight 5 of them at once. And oh my goodness, the final boss against Smithy, I feel is really epic. He is definitely a difficult final boss, and I had a lot of fun going up against him. The boss battles in Super Mario RPG were very enjoyable. What are my final thoughts about Super Mario RPG? Super Mario RPG was one of Mario's first role-playing games. Both Square and Nintendo made such a fantastic video game. Not only does this game do a good job of being a great RPG video game, but it does a damn great job of capturing the atmosphere and the charm that is the Super Mario Bros. Series. We see all the familiar Mario characters in this game. There are so many different areas and worlds to visit. The battles were very enjoyable in this game, and the story was pretty entertaining at times as well. Before Square left to make games for the PlayStation, they definitely made a lasting impression with Super Mario RPG. Even 21 years later, this game is still a very enjoyable role-playing game to play. I give this game a 10 out of 10 because it truly deserves that score. Thanks for watching this video game review, guys, and I'm out. See you guys next time.